to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hey, thanks for stopping by and checking out my channel. My channel, well, it's all about crochet. A little bit about knitting, a lot about yarn, but mostly it's about my journey through this fantastic yarning community. And since it's Tuesday, it's all about Tunisian crochet. Returning subscribers, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Tuesday with me. So today's for Tunisian Tuesday, I thought I'd pop in here first before we get to the tutorial and just remind you that we are starting a Tunisian crochet along on Tuesday, May 7th, that will go until June 11th. And you just need some DK weight yarn. Now the pattern calls for 8 different colors. I've already done that with the colors. Remember this, Bria? This was, you know, I've already done it with all multiple colors, but you guys can do it with the 8 different colors. I think the most you need of any one color is 125 yards. This calls for a little over 1,000 yards of DK weight, and a 6mm hook. Hold on, let's verify that. I got all the information right here. This pattern is by Haley Joanne Robinson. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. I have it linked in my description box below. You need a 6mm Tunisian hook, and I know that some of you don't have the cords, but in order to do this, because your final row has well over 300 stitches on it, you need a cord, and you need a pretty long one. I used this one, which is, and I'll tell you how long this one is. It should tell me on it. It doesn't. Let's count them. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This was a 22-inch cord. So 22, 24-inch cords. You could probably get away with a 20-inch cord because you still have, you know, room on your hook. But you're going to need a fairly long cord in order to get all of your stitches on your at the bottom in the last row. Now you can start out with, you know, because you're only going to start out with 3 on your hook when you start, but to finish it, you're going to need a long cord. So but since I have already done this in multiple colors, I am going to do my version for the crochet along in this Hobie butterfly yarn in this color, because I think this is beautiful, and I already have some of it balled up, because these hanks, balls, skeins, whatever you call, they are so loosely wound together, they are so sloppy. I put one together a long time ago, and it comes apart so easily. But this is 100% anti-prilling acrylic, and it is a 3 weight, and this has 547 yards. So I'm going to need 1 whole of these and then some. But that's okay. I'm just going to let it go. So we're going to go until I'm not going to color control. We're just going to let this play out and see how it comes out. So yeah, the information that you need for the crochet along is in my description box. The starting date is May 7th. And then all I'm saying is, if you are you have to be a part of the private Facebook group. There's a link in the description box in order to be a part of that. Then you post your pictures, your progress, and your finished project on the Facebook page with the hashtag ninas.knots.crochetcreations. And at the end of this, on June 12th, I will pull a winner, and we will, one winner will win a really great prize pack. And I have it, I just don't have it here to show you what's in the prize pack, but I can show you some of the things that are in it, because I think we have this really cute set of stitch markers. We have one of these really cool decals that's a heart with a crochet hook through it. And there's more, and I'll be showing you more as we go along. So if you have any questions regarding the crochet along, in order to win, to be part of the drawing for the winning at the end, the prize at the end, you need to post a picture in my Facebook page, the Facebook group, or you can email it to me. I know a lot of people don't have Facebook, so you can email it to me with, in your subject line, Nina's TCal 24. Those are the only two places that I am going to accept entries. Now, if you want to put it out there on Ravelry and on Instagram or Threads or, you know, wherever else you're part of social media, that's fine. But the winners with their final picture need to email me or post it on the private Facebook page that is for this channel. If you have any questions, my email is listed in the description box below. Just reach out. I'll be glad to answer any questions you have. So with that, I hope that you will participate, and we'll have as much fun making this shawl as I had making it. So today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do increases. We're going to do center increases, and we're going to do edge increases. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. And if you have any questions, like I said, drop me a line. Okay guys, so I just have a little sample here of a triangle shawl that I just started, basically the way the pattern for our Tunisian crochet starts out. But I'm going to show you the increases that they use in this pattern so you won't get confused on how to do the increases. So this pattern increases in 4 spots, 1 on each end, and then 1 on either side of the center stitch. If you notice, I have the center stitch marked with a stitch marker. That is a really good idea. It will be your friend. And I'm telling you, you guys, if you use stitch markers if you need to keep your counts straight. They are your friend. Let them do the work for you. So in this pattern, she uses the Tunisian full stitch as her increase. So we are going to increase on this end, and as you never do anything with this first stitch. We're going to want to get into this space between the first stitch and the second stitch and do a Tunisian full stitch, which is insert your hook, yarn over, and pull up a loop. That's the first increase. Then we're just going to Tunisian simple stitch till we get to the stitch marker. Just gonna, oops. All right, so we're at the stitch marker. Before we do the center stitch, we're going to spread it apart again, and we're going to get into this space. Now, be real careful that you don't catch the back leg of that center stitch when you do your full stitch, but your increase, but make sure you're definitely getting into that space, yarning over and pulling up your loop. Then for this pattern, the center stitch is always a knit stitch. So just go ahead and I did a knit stitch. I'm going to move my stitch marker up. And then before we move on to the next one, we're going to go into the space between this stitch and this stitch to do the increase. So we've increased on either side of the center stitch. Make sure that stitch marker stays towards the front so that you can see it when you're coming around the next time you come to the stitch. And then we're just going to simple stitch all the way to the end until you get to the last stitch. But do not do the edge stitch yet, because when you get to the edge stitch, this is the second increase on the edge, or well, actually third, fourth. So we're going to get into that space. Here's the stitch. Here's the edge stitch. We're going to get into that space and do an increase, and then turn our work, get the edge stitch with both loops on our hook. And that is how the increases are done. And then you just do a regular return pass for this entire project, is just the yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2, all the way down. Make sure that your stitch marker stays where it's visible. I couldn't tell you the number of times mine flipped to the back and I didn't pay attention. Had to bring it back around. And there you go. That is how the increases are done. Let's do it one more time, and so you can get a feel for it, so that it's not something foreign to you. Now you can always, I have shown you every stitch that is in this pattern. You can do the knit, the purl, the full stitch, the reverse stitch. I've shown you how to do all of them. So you can look back at my playlist and see if you have any questions on how to do a stitch. So let's show you this one more time on how to do the increases. Again, nothing into this first stitch. You're going to get into that space and do a full stitch. And then you're going to Tunisian simple stitch, at least for this row. We're going to get to the marker. When we get to the marker, that's where we're going to do our next increases. Okay, so now we're at, oh, I got one more to go. So now I'm at the stitch marker, making sure that you're not catching that knit stitch. You want to get into that space and do your full stitch. Move that stitch marker, get into there to do your knit stitch. Put your stitch marker back because you don't want to forget that. And then between the knit stitch and the next stitch, you're going to get into that space and do a full stitch. That's your center increase. And then we're just going to Tunisian simple stitch all the way back down the other side. And then you're going to, before you do your edge stitch, you're going to spread this apart. You're going to get into that space and do a full stitch for your increase on this edge. And then you're going to turn your work and do your edge stitch, and then do a traditional return pass, which is yarn over, pull through 1, then yarn over, pull through 2. And that, my friends, is how you do the increases. That's gotten really splitty for this particular shawl. There you go, right on down to the end. Oops. And that is what your shawl will start to look like, where you're increasing on the ends and increasing in the center. So that's it, you guys. I hope this is helpful. Mark it in your book, in your library. I have it on my playlist. You can refer back to any of these tutorials to help get you through this particular pattern. So I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a great Tuesday. Make sure you're taking care of yourself and giving yourself some grace. But above all, be kind to everyone, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.